Hey, hey folks, Patdees, and welcome to my channel. Wow, it is 10:30 here at night, and I don't know about you when you guys do orders or you pick them in the morning. I like when I sell something right away, especially if I know exactly where it's at. I like to pick it right away, especially when it's a big dollar sale item. I don't like to waste no time. I want to get it out quick because they've paid me a lot of money. I know they're just as important as a $5 sale, but you don't ever want to screw up. This was a $200 plus sale, so I'm super excited. This is where patience paid off, and I'm going to show you the item and give you a little backstory about it. And guys, thanks for being here. Thumbs up. Okay, I am back, and I'm down here in the basement. This is a different angle. I have a desk right over here, usually where I sit, and sometimes when I go live, I don't go live too much on YouTube anymore. It just wasn't worth it a lot of times. Even though I like to chit chat, it's got to keep myself busy selling stuff, because that's where I am a reseller. 99.9% of any money that comes, from reselling or social media, it comes from. I'm not really a successful YouTuber, I guess, but it is what it is. I like making content, sharing stories and stuff like that, but I've been getting some traction lately. But anyways, that's a whole nother story, and that takes it's doing YouTube's a video is definitely a challenge. But I bought this item for $25 from the Salvation Army. So somebody from an estate or something donated two of these. But I bought these 2 years ago. And I had sold one at around $200, $225, and sold that one. So just recently, I think let me see what I sold it for real quick. And selling. I was like, wow. That's a nice little boost to the bottom line. Yeah, so I sold it for $219.99, and the buyer paid me $31 shipping, which I will send this insured. And I had a couple people actually offer me, oh, I can only afford $140. This is actually going to go to Nevada. Shipping from Pennsylvania to Nevada is expensive, but I will make sure that this has. So the item sold for $219.99. The shipping was $31, and the sales tax was $18.40. So a $270 item. Transaction fees was $33.59. So my order earnings after the sales tax is $205. And that's even after I paid an extra. It was a promoted listing at 5%, so I paid an extra $11.86. Or ad fees, yeah, $11.86 for the transaction. So $44 came off the top for fees, but it is what it is. And I had someone recently offer me like $150, and I said no, I'm not going to take that. I mean, recently the other day I buy stuff by the pallets, so I had these sheet sets, and I probably got 12 cases of them, so I had like 72 of these sheet sets. And I typically, at one time, they were $50, $60 sheet sets, but they're like a mustard color, so they're soft. I used them on our beds and stuff like that. And so I lowered the price to $39.99. I usually try to, like, I'll send best offer out $35. Hopefully they get 30. My cost into them are approximately about $15. That maybe not even. I've had those now about a year and a half, and I've sold about 20 of them. So I mean, everything I sell right now is in the profit, so it doesn't even matter. But the guy offers me $15 on a 30. I said no, and I just no, and I replied back. And it was later that day they came back at $25. And sometimes that's where you got to say, you got to make a choice. Do I want to sit on stuff? It's not like something like this item where I only have one of, and it's a collector's item. they're sheets. So 25 bucks. Hey, I got right now about $600 in storage fee cost with the storage unit, and you got to have that cash flow and stuff like that. So you gotta, you can't be stubborn when it comes to these certain things. So I sold it. So I don't know. You guys can comment below. How do you feel about? Do you do best offers? Or what's your? I mean, I always am willing for the most part to give about a 20% discount. But let's not like. Just recently, it was something like fishing lures that I had, and I think I at $10-12 a piece, and someone offered me $4, and they wanted every one, and I'm like, no. I mean, come on. And on top, I love when they lowball you, and then they say, and I want free shipping. So basically, not only do they want to get it for 80% off, they even want me to eat the shipping. No, I'm not going to do that. That's just crazy. I'll keep them. Because I don't, sometimes you make a decision with stuff that you'll sell and you'll break even because you've made so much money. If you have, let's say, 100 or something, you made so much money selling the other 70 that if you break even on the next 30, that gives you money to buy other things that you can flip and do more. But when it gets to a point where, maybe you only had 10 of these and you're not even break even yet, and it's insulting, then no, I'm not gonna even entertain that. So you kind of gotta weigh things out. How many you got? What's really the worth of it? Because even at $10, if I sell 3 or 4 of those at $8 and they pay the $5 shipping, I'm still doing. I don't have a whole lot of money into them, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be the guy that's give stuff away at 80 or 90% off. That to me is just crazy. So I am working on different things right now, and I'm selling more stuff. Last year I did better on eBay. I sell on Amazon, and I've sold a couple YouTube, and I've been selling stuff on Whatnot. A lot of stuff I sell on Whatnot is pallet related. I need to do better on Whatnot. I'm doing okay, but my ASP is very low. So my ASP is under $5 a lot of times, but again, you got to move stuff, and you got to figure what you have into it. When it's something that are rare collectibles or things like that, then you got to make a choice. How are they going to find this? So let me show you the item. I think I've kind of talked long enough about best offers and what people bid and stuff like that. But here it is. It is a Department 56 Easter. Department 56, the best of Easter, and it's a chocolate bunny factory, 2 pieces. So it's the factory and it's the bench. One good thing, it's called the original Snow Village collection. I paid $25 for the 2 of these. I bought 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So I sat on this for 2 years, and I even turned down just recently in the past month. I think it was 140 or 150. I think the lowest I was willing to go was 175 plus shipping, and instead someone didn't even offer me. I sold this for $219.99. I guess I'm one of those guys, a lot of times will price some things $9.99 or $10.99 or $8.99, because people have the tendency, I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, I paid $8 for it. Me, I know a lot of times it's $9. That's an old supermarket trick. Why don't they price certain things at $1? No, they price it at 99 cents. Because you say, oh, I'm getting under $1. So this is the item, and this is going to go to Nevada. I'm going to get this shipped right away. It was just paid for like an hour ago, and I like because it has the original styrofoam, and it's been sitting over there on the shelf. And I'll wrap this up still with bubble wrap and put it in a box, and make sure that even if it goes UPS might be cheaper, depending upon, as long as their address can accept UPS packages, then I might even make $5 off the shipping. Sometimes, like it's, because you know how that is. The true shipping, it's at $31, but sometimes, let's say with our 20 or 30% discount, which helps because people don't realize, if you're a person that's watching this and you're an eBay buyer, we lose 10% of that, 10 to 12% of that, between fees and what eBay charges right off the shipping. And they did that because people abused it in the system. They would sell an item for $1 but charge $50 shipping, because years ago they didn't charge money on top of the shipping. Well, eBay got wise to that a long time ago, and that was something that I never did. I'm like, oh, really? Like, some people, they spend more time thinking about how to game the system or screw people over. I never was like that. I've been selling on eBay for 26 years. I think when I called the other day, something, oh, you've been like, yeah. And more so, I've sold more stuff in the last 2 years than I did the whole previous 10 years before. I used to call myself a hobby seller. Cards and toys and stuff before. Not really, because I had a restaurant business, full-time business. So I was more of I'd go 6 months and not sell nothing and buy things. But now, since I don't do the restaurant business and stuff no more, this is my full-time gig here, reselling. So this is the last one. This is something, honestly, to find this at the Salvation Army is rare, because a lot of stuff you find, is junk. And it just came out, and I was like, whew. I didn't hesitate, because I know Department 56, a lot of times those things are worth at least $100. And I put my price point in there, and had to wait 2 years, but that's not a bad return. 25 into 220 into 2 years. And don't forget, I already had sold the other one for $2 something. So basically $50 into about $425, $450. That's good. If I could find more stuff like that, and I've seen other videos. People have done YouTube videos where, they come across $10,000 worth of Department 56, and they pick it up for 30 or 40 cents on the dollar. And even if they're doubling their money and selling it quickly at that, that's great. So I wanted to share that little story with you in the video about patience pays off and selling this. And thanks for watching. If you could give me a thumbs up, and if you got any questions or comments, comment below, and I appreciate your support. I'll see you again.